When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us in San Jose, California, home to the San Jose State Spartans. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Spartans will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Fresno State's offense will get the ball first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So the San Jose State Spartans offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Guys, let's think for just a moment about San Jose State. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return. The 30-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to ride this running back. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Throws to the wideout. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Fresno State! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Flips it out in the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. simple call, excellent execution moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing. Great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this.
Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The short hands, it's Jones. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yards. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like... What opens up play action? Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Finds a little space. Just steamrolling the defense. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking left. It's complete. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. Fresno State working from the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. The Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Grabs it in the middle. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hatchett. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. They want to get this defense on its heels. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Cricket. Looking for room. It's John. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Bulldogs will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side of the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind.
There he goes. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got to...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Complete to the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to sling it on second down. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Spartans! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. A designed run for the quarterback. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Callow. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football. Flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass. And that
got room on the return. Oh, he got loose. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. The Spartans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll run it on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And he's dragged down. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. They send the tight end in motion. On third and goal, they'll throw it. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, third and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now a 2-possession game at 24-13.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's John. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Okay, ready?
That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with the first down in the final period. From the gun. That's caught. It's Callow. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Jones. It's a fumble. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Jones.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got a lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Makes the catch. It's John. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there.
Touchdown, Fresno State. A great catch and run for 6. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. It's complete. Turning it on. That's a nice pickup to get. Breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, and you're going to have time to grow.
This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Spartans have this offense rolling. The throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Grab near the sticks. It's Jones. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. He tries to take the top off, and they won't make the connection, looking to make a big...
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He fires a bullet to the right. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Even after that penalty, the defense can still get after them on a 3rd and long. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start, offense.
And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. And after the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, this offense faces 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's a throw downfield late. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play. Man is never going to forget his first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it, keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. To the ground. He's got it again. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Fresno State. And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. That pass is incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. The Spartans looking to convert on fourth down. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, going to the air. Snagged out of the air. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks.